Okay, let's start the today's session. Sorry. See, yesterday when I was demonstrating this data validation transformation, where this customer length to differentiate to identify which is a valid record and which is invalid record. Okay, so yesterday this message was not populated in customer name length. So it was shown null instead of passing the message. Okay, after that I have corrected it. Only the issue was with data type only. Issue was with this after changing the data type to varchar from integer of this customer name length. Okay, then started populating whatever message in the validation transformation, whatever message we have passed. If any rule fails and sent to pass, substitute. So here I have substituted that failure records with the invalid message in pass table, in a pass table, so that after changing that data type of a customer name length on which we have no rule defined, on which we have defined the rule. So here if you look at here, you can easily identify it. Easily identify. So these 104 and 110 are invalid records, and rest all of them are valid records based as per this rule defined. Means rule is that if a customer name length greater than 3, that is the rule. Okay, so these two these two records are only not getting satisfied with that condition, so that I just passed one message to differentiate invalid records in the pass table. I just wanted to show you that correction. That's it. Okay, in today's session, we are going to start with lookup functions. Lookup functions in BODS. These lookup functions, so lookup function is nothing but lookup is nothing but lookup is nothing but lookup is used to retrieve a value. Lookup is used to retrieve the data from another table or another data set based on the condition, based on a condition. So that is the purpose of a lookup. So whenever I want to retrieve some data, whenever I want to retrieve some data from any another table or from any another data set based on the condition, then in that case I will go with this lookup functions. In BODS, we have three types of lookup functions. One is a lookup function. Second one is lookup underscore ext, and third one is lookup underscore sequence. So these in BODS, we have three types of lookup functions. One is a lookup, and second one is lookup underscore ext. Third one is a lookup underscore sequence. Okay, usually we do use frequently the first two functions, lookup functions in any project. Let me demonstrate what is the difference between these three. Okay, and how to use these lookup functions. How to use lookup functions in BODS. Let me demonstrate with uh, by creating one job. Let me see the source tables. Image. Let's see what is this. I'm just finding checking for the suitable table for lookup functions. Cost dim cost, I guess. Customer training. Let me see the data of this 03 and the data of Mage is 103 Vodafone. Okay, let me take these two tables as source. One is customer training. In the customer training, I have data. I have customer data. Okay, whereas in Medju table also we have customer data. So what I want to do here is let's go here and first create a job. Name of this job is job underscore lookup functions. I'm taking creating a data flow. Inside this, just take a source table. Source table, what I'm taking here is customer training. I'm taking this table as a source. Yeah. Now take a query transformation. Make join from source table to query transformation. So in the query transformation, what I'm doing here is I'm just taking mapping customer ID to grade of customer to the query transformation. Okay, then 1 minute. So now in this from the source table, I have taken only customer ID, customer name, SBU, credit rating, and grade of customer. So what I want to see is for particular customer ID, for these customer IDs, I want to retrieve the location of those customers from different table. I want to retrieve the location of these location of these customers from a different table. From a different table in the sense, I want to get the, this is the table which I have used as a source in the data flow. Then I want to get these customer, I mean, for these customer IDs, okay, retrieve the location of these customer IDs from another table. Another table is a merge table. From a merge table for those customers, get a location, get the location. So in that case, what I will do is I will go here and create one new output column where giving a location. Giving the name of that column is a location, then location is the type of location is a varchar. Here, for this, what logic I'm going to write for this custom, created column is because I want to retrieve the location of these source customers, location of the customers from different table, from a different table. In that case, what I will do is I will use the lookup function. Here, if you go to the predefined functions of in BODS, we have a lookup functions. In the lookup, we have three types of functions: lookup, lookup extension, and lookup sequence. I'm taking here lookup function. Now lookup table. From which table you want to retrieve the data? From which table you want to retrieve the? From which table you want to retrieve the data? Locations. So just map that lookup table. So my lookup table is Medj. My lookup table name is a Medj. Then result column. So what is the result column? So result column is from this lookup table. Which column? What is the result? Which column data? Which column data you want to retrieve? So my result column is a location. Then default value. If the condition does not satisfied between the source and lookup table, then what is the default value list? So default value list, I'm simply giving, default value is some, just give default. Default value, what I'm giving here is location, right? Location default value, let's give Finland. Then catch specific. So here catch is specific. Okay. Here, whenever you do use the lookup functions, definitely you need to map with one, take this uh, catch input. Here catch input in the sense here we have three types of catches. One is a no catch, preload catch, and demand load catch. No catch in the sense, for suppose if you do not want to catch that lookup table, if you do not want to catch the lookup table in the designer, into the designer, then you go with this no catch. In that case, what happens is every time this source data will compare with, will hit the target database, target database and check that condition, check that condition. Okay, so the number of hits to the database would be more if you do not, if you check this no catch. It means you are telling this designer don't catch the table in BODS. Don't catch the table in BODS. Preload catch in the sense, preload catch in the sense, catch the table. So we are by selecting this option, by selecting this option, we are telling to the designer, we are telling to the designer, catch that lookup table, catch that lookup table into the BODS and compare source and target data. Compare the source and target data. So then demand load catch. Demand load catch also catch the table in the designer. Catch the table in BODS in the data services. Catch the table in the data services. Okay, then perform this. Check this condition. Check this condition. So usually we do use this for suppose if the volume of the target, I mean lookup table. If the data size of the lookup table is more, if the data size of the lookup table is more, then use this demand load cache. Otherwise, use this preload cache. Okay, so I'm just selecting the preload cache. Then compared column. Based on what condition you want to retrieve the location data. Based on what condition you want to retrieve the location data from lookup table. So compare column here is, I'm just taking the compare column is based on the customer ID only, get the location. Get the corresponding location of available customers. So I'm just taking. Then what is the expression? So your expression, what I'm doing is, expression is based on what? So based on what you want to, I mean, based on the what condition you want to get retrieve the data, go here and based on this customer ID only. Okay, these are the options of lookup function. So what I just repeat in this on this screen, I have just taken the lookup table from where I want to retrieve the data. Okay, then what is the on based on which column data you want to retrieve. Then default list. For suppose if this condition does not satisfy, if the condition does not satisfy, then what is the default value? Okay, then catch. So either you want to, you do not, you, suppose if you do not want to catch the table in the data services, you can go with the catch. If you want to catch, then catch. So if the moment when you select the no catch, then it will, it will get performance will get hampered. Performance will get hampered, so that we frequently generally we use preload catch. If the data size of the target table, if the data size of target table is not I mean much, I mean not more, then we do use this. Then what is the compared column of the target table, and what is the compared column of the source table? What is the compare column of the source table? So with this, by giving these details, just click on finish. So this is how you can, I mean, how to use the lookup function. This is how to use the lookup function. That is, so after giving all the, I mean, details, you can see here this is the function. So I mean, this is the function of that lookup. So whatever we have given on the, before screen, same thing will be shown in the formula here. Then after this, just take a temporary table. Then table name is I'm giving just lookup functions. Okay, just validate this data flow. There is invalid mapping of expression from column query location. Additional information cannot pass the expression identifier. Finland is okay. Go here, come here. Default when you can just give blank only. Just validate this. Yeah. Now validate this data flow. This is my data flow. Okay, by using this lookup function. By using lookup function. Save this job and run this job and see the output. Now go to management console. Just run this job and see the output of it. Repository is 18. Go here and see name of the job is lookup functions executed. Completed. Job is successfully completed. Go ahead and check the data of target table. See, this is a source. Okay, what is that lookup table? Let me take that lookup table here. Okay. Or else remove this. This is a source data. This is target data. For customer 103, okay, now I have populated this location. I have what, taken the location from a lookup table. For 103 customer ID, see what is the location. Yes, see, for 103 customer ID in the source, the location is UK. But this location, I have derived this location from lookup table, from different table, not from this source table. So for 103, go to HANA. My lookup table is a merge. Okay, for 103, see the location. Location is IN. So that in the target also I have the location of this customer is IN. For 104 also location is IN. And for 10 for everything, for every customer ID, whatever present in the source, for every customer ID, okay, the location in the lookup table, the location that in lookup table is IN. So that here same data has been loaded into this target table. This is what this is nothing but a lookup function. Okay, clear, right? So for suppose, yeah, any questions? No, right?
No, sir.
Yes. Hmm. For suppose, let's say I have a scenario in the source table, my table, this customer ID is 103. In the target also, there is only one record. For this customer ID, in the target table also, I have only one record. For that customer, the location is IN. For example, in the target, in the lookup table, for the same customer ID, for the same customer 103, if there is more than one record, if there is more than one record with different locations, then which location, uh, which data which data will come to this target table? Which data will be loaded into target table?
The highest
Hmm?
number, descending order will pick up the highest.
Max number. Yes,
Max.
yes. So always, just a minute. See this lookup function. This lookup function always returns a max value. Always returns max value, which means lookup functions always return only single value. If there is more than one matching record in the lookup table, if there is more than one matching record, even though it will return only single record, it will return only single record, single value, which is nothing but a max value, which is nothing but a max value. Just remember that the result of lookup functions, the result either it is a lookup or lookup extension or lookup sequence, it will give retrieve only single value. It will retrieve a single value. If there is more than one matching record, if there is more than one matching record in the lookup table, then it will return max value. It will return max value. Then coming to here in this case, if you see this lookup function, in the lookup function, we here you can in the lookup function, okay, it allows you to only compare. I mean, it allows only one comparison. It allows only one comparison, which is nothing but for suppose here from this customer ID, okay, from this customer ID, uh, so for suppose if in the lookup function, it will always give you only one column value. It will always give only one column value based on the one condition only. Based on the means it allows to check only one condition. Based on that condition, it will return only one column. It will return only one column data. For suppose there is a situation, I want I want this location and rating agency also. I want no from this lookup table. I want data from more than one column. I want data more than one column. I want the data from more than one column. In that case, based on multiple conditions, in that case, we will go with the lookup extension function. Here, I want SBU and address. Let's say give some name of this field is look underscore extension and data type is varchar. Now go and see. Now in this case, I'm selecting lookup extension. If you see here, okay, the options of this lookup extension function. Let take the first let map a lookup table. Let's map a lookup table. My lookup table is a medge. Okay, then column in a lookup table. So what is the condition? Based on what condition? Based on what condition you want to get the data? You want to retrieve the data from lookup table. So now I'm giving a customer ID equal to here also customer ID from the lookup table, customer ID from lookup table, and customer ID from the source table. So I'm just drag and drop based on this. Okay, whereas in and suppose I want to check more than one condition. Based on more than one condition, retrieve the data. Okay, that is here I can check another condition is SBU. Let's take SBU and this SBU. So here my condition is in the source and lookup table where the customer IDs are same, the customer ID of lookup table and customer ID of the source table and SBUs. Okay, wherever the customer IDs are same and wherever this SBUs are same. Okay, based on that condition only retrieve the data from lookup table. Based on this condition only retrieve the data from lookup table. Okay, here in the output. So what column you want from lookup table? Which data you want to retrieve from lookup table? So I want to retrieve address. Okay, and also output I want to retrieve address and rating agency. Let's take. Okay, here as I said, these lookup functions will return always only one value. If there is more than one matching condition, if there is more than one matching records, if there is more than one matching records, even though it will return only return policy either max or min or whether if you give the min, okay, it will return a minimum value. If we give the max, then it will return the max value. Okay, this is default. For suppose if there is no value, default is null. Okay, for the corresponding customer ID and SBU, if there is no value, then default value would be null. Just finish it. For each output parameter. What is this? For each output parameter, you must specify an output variable. Okay, this one. Output variable. This is null. What is this error? For each output parameter, let me remove this for time being. Okay, this is about the lookup function. So just take another temporary table. Then lookup underscore ext. Just to validate this data flow. The data type conversion will be used to convert from type varchar to of mapping expression. What is that? What is that field? I guess customer. Okay, no problem. This is warning only. You can ignore it. Just save it. Now go and run this job. Completed successful and go and see the data of this. So this condition is not satisfying. Just check the source table. First see the data of source table and see the data of this target table. So here the condition what I put in this here is here I put two conditions: customer ID equal to customer ID and also SBU equal to SBU. Okay, if this condition satisfies, then only it will return the corresponding, then only it will return the corresponding address of that customer. Now go and check whether for 103 SBUs Europe. For 103 SBUs Europe, address is null here. Okay. Then for 104 also address null. For 100, take 100. For 100 SBUs ASV. Here for 100 SBUs ASV. For 100, customer ID 100, this is a source. And SBU ASV. Here also 100. See, for this 100 customer, how many records are there? There are two records. There are two records, but it returns out of a year for two records. For one record address is ABC, for another record is null. Okay, so the max value of this, I guess it is taking null. Then 102. For 102, address is null only. For 106 also null only. For 107, for everything null only. Instead of take rating agency. Instead of address, take rating agency. Instead of address, what I'm rating agency. Instead of address, take, because this address has most for most of the customers address is null, so that I'm taking rating agency. Error. If you want to change this, how do you change this? Rating agency. What is this error? Just check it. RAT rating AGENCY. Agency. Mhm. This column is not recognizing because there is a hyphen, right? Yeah. Okay, that is fine. I'm setting okay, drop and recreate only. Just save this job. Now go and run the same job. Go and check the data of output table. Source data. See. For customer ID, based on what condition I am retrieving the data from lookup table, based on the customer ID and SBU. Based on the customer and SBU, check for 103 customer and go to this for 103 customer. Okay, customer and SBU also Europe. Check whether this condition is satisfying or not. If this condition satisfied, the given condition is satisfied, then it will return the corresponding. It will return the corresponding rating agency of that customer. It will return the corresponding rating agency of that customer. For 103 customer rating agencies D and B, so that it is returning that D and B only. For 106 and 7 D and B 1. For 106 and DNB 1 2 DNB 1 2, but here why it is giving only DNB 1? Check the size of this lookup extension. The size of the lookup extension is 4, so that it is giving only, it is trimming the rest of the characters. It is trimming the rest of the letters after 4. 1 2 3 4. Okay, this is for let's say for 100, okay, rating agency is same. If there is more than one matching record, even for in lookup extension, if there is more than one matching record, okay, it will give the max as per the written policy. As per the written policy, so it will just return that value. Here the my written policy is max. If we put the minimum, then it will give that minimum value of that matching record. Okay, this is about lookup extension. Then the last one is lookup sequence. Lookup sequence is usually if in the lookup in the lookup table, if the in the lookup table as per the if there is more than one matching record, if there is more than one matching record, let's say for 100 customer ID of 100, DNB is the rating agency and another rating, let's say for there are two different rating agencies for customer ID of 100. One is DNB and second one is DNB 12. So in the when you use the lookup extension for suppose if you want to return the closer value of that lookup column. If you want to return the closer value of that lookup column, in that case we need to use any another a date column. We need to use a some date column or some nearby based on that other column. Based on the other column, this return column value, it will return the return column value. For example, in this case only, if I go here and look up functions sequence, if we go here, see sequence column, based on which column you want to return the closest value. You want to return closest value. In that case, based on the sequence column, it will return the closest value of that output column. It will return the closest value from output column. That is nothing but a lookup sequence. For example, let's say I have a customer ID. Let's take a date, then take rating agency. Okay, here customer ID is 100 and 100, 100. My date here is 01/01/2025. Okay, then 10/01/2025. Then 31/01/2025. Rating agencies D and B and C and A. C and A. Then here P and Q. Let's assume. If you use the lookup function, it will return the based on this customer ID, based on the condition. Okay, let's say put the condition is based on the customer ID of source and lookup table. It will return the max value, the max of this. Okay, if you take the max of these three, 0 maybe. So it takes the max of these three. Okay. If you take a lookup extension also, whether you want to return the max value of this lookup column or minimum value. In the lookup sequence, if we give based on this sequence column, my sequence column is year date. If I give that sequence column as a date and sequence value, if I give the sequence value 15/01/2025, let's assume. So in this case, in the lookup sequence, what value it will return is which is near to this sequence value, out of these three records, which is near to the sequence value, this second one. This second one is near to this sequence value, so that it will return C and A. It will return C and A. Okay, that is in that case we do use this lookup underscore sequence function. So that's all about the lookup functions. Okay, I will summarize these lookup functions. Here we have three types of lookup functions: lookup underscore extension, lookup sequence. In the lookup, lookup allows you to check only single condition. Based on the single condition, it will return a value from the lookup table. It will return the matching value from the lookup table. Whereas in lookup underscore extension, okay, it allows you to check the multiple conditions. It allows us to check the multiple conditions. Based on the multiple conditions. Based on the multiple conditions, it will return the matching value. It will return the matching value from lookup table. Whereas in lookup sequence, in the sense, lookup sequence also same. Okay, similar to this lookup extension, similar to this lookup. Lookup sequence is similar to lookup, but in the lookup sequence, we do give the sequence column also. Based on which column, if there is more than one matching record in the lookup table, if there is more than one matching table in the lookup table, based on which column you want to return the nearby value, based on which column you want to return nearby value. Okay, in that case, we do use this lookup underscore sequence. We always in any project in general, okay, in the lookup sequence, we always take the sequence column as a date only, any date dimension. Clear, right? This is about lookup functions in BODS. So just one question. Okay, if you are listening this session, okay, what is the difference between lookup and left outer join?
Mm,
Left outer also will give the matching record from the right hand table based on the condition only, right?
yes, sir. But
Left
null
outer.
values will be there, no, sir. Like all the table data will be there in left outer join with null values also. Whatever data is not.
Yes. Yeah. In the left out, only the difference here is left outer and lookup functions. In the left outer, okay, it will retrieve all the, matching records. Okay, matching records from the uh, right side table. All the matching records from the right side table. If there is no matching, if there is no, if the condition is not satisfied, then it returns the nulls. Left outer join returns nulls if there is a mismatch. If there is if condition is not satisfied. If condition is not satisfied, if the joining condition is not satisfied, if the joining condition is not satisfied, then it returns the null from the right hand side table. Whereas in lookup, it will return some value. It will return some value. Means this lookup functions will check for the conditions only, matching records only. For the matching records only. If there is no for the matching records only. That is the one difference. And second difference is this left outer join can be performed on lookup float files also. Left outer join can be performed on the float files also. Float file means CSV text. You can join the database table, okay, with the float file, with the float file. Whereas in lookup table definitely need the DB table. Lookup table definitely need the lookup table. Sorry, DB table. If you go here and go to functions, see this lookup function, take any function, it will ask you the lookup table. So definitely it should be the DB table only. Okay, it will not allow this flat source systems, flat files. Another difference is this left outer join will perform all this process on the DB engine. Whereas in lookup, the moment when you use the lookup, these lookup functions will perform all the process on the BODS engine, that is ETL engine. Okay, these are the differences between lookup and left outer join. Coming to the next one is, okay, that's all about almost I have covered, all the transformations which will be using frequently in any project. Okay. Coming to the next one is, let's see how to migrate the jobs, how to promote the jobs from one environment to another environment. Let's say, okay, let's say I have my landscape system is in the my landscape system. I have three environments: Dove environment, and quality environment, and production environment. Okay. Here I have created a jobs in development environment. I have created a jobs in development environment. I want to promote the jobs, or I want to migrate those jobs into higher environments. I want to migrate those jobs to higher environments, quality from quality to production. How do you do that migration? Is there are two ways. The first way is you can migrate the objects from live to live, means live to live in the sense from DAO live system and quality live system. Okay, that is repository to repository. Repository, you can migrate the objects from one environment to another environment. Another way is you can import that job to your local device and log into the quality environment, log into the quality system, then import that job into quality system. Okay, now what I'm doing here is just to demonstrate this. Okay, I'm just ta- take this job, data validation. Right click. So whatever object you want to migrate from one environment to another environment, in this case, I want to migrate this job from development environment to quality environment. Okay, before that in the data store, we have data store created, which is pointing, this data store is pointed to the development system, development database, right? So, but when I migrate this object, when I migrate this job to the quality environment, that quality system will always connect to the quality database. But we do not have that data store created. We do not have the data store created. What I will do here is I will create another configuration here. Mm, 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 mm. Not system configurations. Right click on this, edit. Okay. Now go to advanced, edit. Here we have only one system details. What I will do is I will go and create another connection. Let me duplicate this one because since this is already there, let me duplicate this. Okay, I have duplicated the previous connection. Now I'm B4Q. Let's take B4Q. Then what is the server of quality? B4 just update BODS user. Then password of the BODS user of the database, quality database. Mm, BODs is a quality password. Go here and create this configuration. Password is this. Then what is this port? Go and check the port. What is this port? Is quality port is 30441. Okay, here I have created another configuration. I have created another in the same data store. In the same data store, I have created another configuration connecting, pointing to the quality database. Pointing to the quality database, just apply, then click on OK. Default one is my, development database only, default one. Just apply, click on OK. Now right click on the job, whatever job you want to migrate. In this case, in this example, I want to migrate this data validation job. Go right click on that job and click on export. Okay, so the moment when you click on the export, then it will give all the dependent objects. Okay, the dependent objects here as this job in the inside this job, I have this data flow. Inside the data flow, I have used these many two temporary tables, two what are those two permanent tables, DB tables. Just right click on this. See, there are two options as I said. Export to repository in the sense you want to migrate live to live system to live system. You want to migrate live system to live system, or you want to export to ATL. Okay, now I am going with this one. To which environment you want to migrate it? To which environment you want to migrate it? Then give the details of that target environment here. My target, I want to migrate this job to the quality. So just give that. Connect to that, quality server. In the quality, we have 6 repositories. Okay, to which repository you want to migrate this object? You want to migrate this job to which repository? You want to migrate this job. Okay, I'm using this repository one for our project. So what I take is I will take repository 6. Okay, then next year just follow these online screen instructions. Job name is this one. Okay, so here if you see here destination status, this job does not exist in the destination, means in the quality system. Which repository? Repository 6. Okay, if this table does not, job does not exist, then create action, create. Okay, then check the data flow. This data flow also does not exist. These tables also does not exist. Then this data store also does not exist. So what I'm saying is create this everything in the quality system. Just click on next. If the data, if data store is already exist, then select that. You can exclude that in the next time. Since first time I'm migrating this job. Okay, so everything, all the objects should be created first time. In the next time, data store should be there. Okay, data store should be there. So in that case, you can exclude it. Here we have options. Target say whether you want to create it in the target or exclude it. So I want to create everything for this job in the target. Click on next. Now check this is important. Data store. Go to advanced. Okay, advanced. So in the quality system, from the quality system also you want to connect development DB, Dow DB server or quality DB server. Which DB server you want to connect from quality? From quality, okay, from quality, I want to connect this to the quality database only. Quality database only. So that here what I will do is I will select this, select the quality database. This is a quality DB server, DB server details. This is development DB server. Okay. Now I'm setting this search default configuration is yes. Just click on apply. Click on OK. The moment when you do that, then see what is the DB server. What is the DB server? Quality DB server. Okay. Just click on OK. Now in the quality, the when this data store is created in the quality, that will be pointed to the quality server only, quality DB only. Okay, if you do not change this connection from quality also, it will point to development server only. So just click on finish. So export in progress. If export is success, okay, it will show you that summary of the export result. Okay, now see the status of your export. Exported one job, exported one data flow, exported 4 tables. Okay, exported 4 tables. Now go log into the repository 6. Okay, in quality, switch object, repository object. Now I'm connecting to quality. Log on. In the quality DB, those tables should be exist, right? If those tables do not exist in the quality, then it will show the error. I have just, okay, now go and check job. What is the job? Bad job. See, this is exported. Okay. Data flow. What is the data flow? Yes. Because since I have exported only job, not the project. So create a project. Now drag and drop this. Check here. Validate this. Go to data store. First to check whether it is pointed to which DB. Edit. Quality only. Well and good. Quality only. Yes. Okay. Name is B4D, but it is quality data store only. Just check the data of this. See, this tab authentication or just a minute. This table Medj table is available in the quality database. Check it. This Medj is not available in the quality, so that it is throwing error. Okay, the moment when you migrate the objects from one environment to another environment, if the DB tables must be exist in the target database. Otherwise, it will throw the error if you want go and validate this data flow. Why so? Okay, go and check this. See, the table is not available. Is not available in the here BODS user and check what is the table name? Medj. Medj is not available, so that it has thrown error. Okay, these because these are temporary tables will not throw any error. Go and see the fail. It should create basically. Go and check it. No. So these tables must be exist in the target DB, otherwise it throws the error. Okay, go to this. What is this catalog? Sorry, not here. Here only. Image dimension filter. Open definition. Just take this, create it in quality database. Under here, go to SQL. Okay, just create it. Created. Now go and check. See, but it will not have any data, empty. Now go and import this. Re-import. What is this? Cannot import the meta table. Failed with authentication failed. Failed with error. Authentication issue. Why authentication issue? Go and check. Authentication issue. It is saying just a minute. V4Q properties. Other username and password is not correct. Okay, so this is how you can migrate the jobs from one environment to another environment. This is because this is authentication failure issue. Because of that only, not able to import the tables into Designer. Okay, create a connection properly. with correct username and password. Okay, so that you would be able to import the tables that we already did, that we have already seen in development, right? Any questions on this migration part? Another way, as I said, go here and export. Go here, export to ATL. Export to ATL in the sense it will export that job to your local device, log into the another repository, then import it. That is another way to migrate the jobs from one environment to another environment in BODS. Okay, clear, right?
Yes,
This
sir.
is this is all about the BODS training and this how to migrate the jobs from one environment to another environment. So tomorrow, that's all for today's session. Okay, tomorrow onwards, I will start with KT. KT in the sense whatever jobs I have created, whatever jobs we have created in BODS. Okay, for our project. Okay, I will show you all those jobs and I will walk you through with all those jobs. If any questions, you can ask. No questions, right? Okay, right. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
బాగుంది.